like car passing your house beneath the hill, and up until someone caught us in the kitchen with maps, a mountain range, a piggy bank, a vision to remove dimension. But please remember me fondly. I heard from someone you're still pretty, and then they went on to say that the pearly gates has some eloquent graffiti, like we'll meet again and fuck the man, and tell my mother not to worry, and angels with their great handshakes, but always done in such a hurry. And please remember me that Halloween, making fools of all the neighbors, our faces painted white. By midnight, we'd forgotten one another, and when the morning came, I was ashamed.
Welcome, friends, family, and those who have traveled to be with Taylor and Peter on this special day. My name is Landon, and I grew up a friend of both Taylor and Peter. I am honored to walk you through their journey today in becoming Mr. and Mrs. Lambert. Taylor and Peter's love is the force that brings us all here today. In fact, love is the force behind much of what we do every day. Whether we're making a meal for our families, teaching our children, or lending a listening ear to a friend. Even in our crazy lives, commonplace routines, this love is always present. We all here to support Taylor and Peter on their first day as husband and wife. As you go into married life, remember the reason. The reason you get up each morning, get ready, and do your best in the world, and look forward to coming home to each other each and every day. Remember the reason you sacrifice, the reason you give, and the reason you laugh. The reason you are legally becoming a family. This mutual love stays strong as long as you both invest and cherish it. This love is alive, it is dynamic, and it is powerful. Cling to it during the good times and the bad, as you will have your ups and downs. But if you continue to make a habit of returning to your reason, you guys will be strong. You will find the strength in each other in every moment and at all times. A strong and lasting marriage is built on love, trust, and respect. So everybody, let's go back in time together to when their love story first grew. Taylor and Peter's connection started in junior high school, but Peter did not have his eyes on Taylor until high school. Thank God for puberty, huh, Peter? They met at a Halloween party and have been inseparable ever since. But when speaking with Taylor, she definitely made the first move that night. As time went on, Peter and Taylor started realizing what made their partner happy or what buttons to avoid pushing. Being around Taylor and Peter, we all know that debates do often occur. She quickly learned how to hold her ground by spending a quality amount of time with the Lambert boys and the Lambert household, even if sports were the topic. However, one thing that is not a debate is how much Peter appreciates Taylor. Peter always shares how grateful he is for the things that Taylor does for him, even if this means she has to pin him down to pluck his eyebrows. She admires how humble, kind, and considerate he is. However, she does get slightly annoyed that he is good at everything he does. Let's fast forward to 2020. Taylor and Peter moved in together in Arizona. They got used to the daily routines of cooking dinner, doing chores, and grocery shopping. These were the small things that let Taylor know Peter was the one. Peter quickly realized that Taylor showed a lot of characteristics of what he wanted in a future partner. He realized he wanted his future daughters to grow up just like you. He also said, she also lets me golf whenever I want to. Being friends with Peter since Little League and playing the annoying older brother for Taylor, I've seen them grow and this love has become unbreakable. On and off the baseball field, Taylor and Peter are each other's biggest fans. They both have the confidence in one another to lean on each other through thick and through thin. Taylor and Peter, to truly love, you must both enter your life together by trusting each other each step of the way. To truly respect, you must consciously treat your partner with loyalty and patience. You must allow for freedom. Taylor, this means will allow Peter to watch football all Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Taylor and Peter cherish one another. Never stop doing the small things that convey respect and that trust. Peter, continue being the little spoon. And Taylor, keep waking up before Peter to turn the shower on for him. Remember, you will always both be on the same team. And together you will forge a bond that is inseparable and will last a lifetime. Taylor and Peter have decided to write and share their own vows with you all today. Much like when they decided who does chores, Taylor and Peter decided to do rock, paper, scissors for who goes first. And as usual, Peter won.
Peter, I love you. I vividly remember the first time those three little words popped into my head. We were driving home from the beach with friends, and you and I were in the back seat, and I had my head on your lap. Every time the road got bumpy, you'd tighten your hold on me to keep me comfortable. It was something so small, but I had never felt so adored. That was nearly 9 years ago, and you haven't stopped taking care of me since. But that's just who you are, so kind and so considerate. You are humble yet confident in who you are. You are more patient than I deserve, and you complete me in a way that I could never express in words. You are my best friend, my safe space, the best part of all my days, and above all else, the love of my life. People say relationships are tough and love is hard, but I think that couldn't be further from the truth. Loving you is so easy, so effortless. Peter, today I vow to you. Oh, 1 second. Collect myself. I vow to love you unwaveringly and unconditionally, to prioritize and respect you, to show you every day how much I appreciate you and never take your love for granted. I promise to be honest and faithful to you and be the best teammate you've ever had. I vow to stand by you through all the highs and lows that life has to offer. And most importantly, I promise to continue to choose us every day for the rest of our lives. I feel so lucky to have shared my life with the best person I know since I was 16 years old. I've loved you as a teenager, as a man, and as my fiance, and I know I'll love you more as my husband, as a father, and every other version of you that I have yet to meet. I love you more.
Taylor, my woman, my best friend, my life partner. 9 years ago, when this all started, we knew we had something special. From the jump, our relationship has been nothing short of amazing. From our first kiss, to my senior prom, to you flying across the country to come visit me countless times, to us moving in together, and now, on this day, standing at the altar, my love for you is endless. You are beautiful and strong and resilient and all that I could have ever asked for and more. Waking up next to you is the best way to start every day. You inspire me to be a better person at all times. You are my rock and my better half. I promise to love you like nobody has ever loved before. I promise to be my truest self every single day. I promise to be by your side through the good and the bad. I promise to keep date nights going and to cherish every little moment with you. I promise to rub your feet when you have a long day. I promise to be patient and understanding in all moments. I promise to never let you fall asleep without knowing how loved you are. I promise to live, laugh, and love with you for the rest of our lives. I promise to be your biggest fan. I know that together, we're going to conquer the world. Today, we officially start our lives together with so many great things to look forward to. Starting a family, being at the top of that list, as I cannot wait to watch you become a mother. Today, tomorrow, and for the rest of our lives, always know, I love you more than you could ever imagine.
Now, Taylor, do you take Peter to be your wedded husband, to cherish in love, and in friendship, in strength, and in weakness, in success and in disappointment, to love him faithfully, today, tomorrow, and as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Now, Peter, do you take Taylor to be your wedded wife, to cherish in love and in friendship, in strength and in weakness, in success and in disappointment, to love her faithfully today, tomorrow, and as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Taylor and Peter have asked Jimmy to hold on to the rings throughout the ceremony. Please bring them, Jimmy. He's got them. Peter and Taylor, let these rings always be a reminder of you both, all the promises to each other, and the unwavering bond between both of you. Taylor, please place this ring on Peter's left hand. And repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
As a sign of my love.
as a sign of my love
With all that I have.
with all that I have.
I am honored to call you my husband.
I am honored to call you my husband
From this moment until forever.
from this moment and forever.
Peter, place this ring on Taylor's left hand and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
As a sign of my love.
as a sign of my love
With all that I have.
with all that I have,
I am honored to call you my wife.
and I'm honored to call you my wife
From this moment until forever.
from this moment until forever.
By the power vested in me in the Universal Life Church in the state of California, with these public promises, vows, and symbolic change of wedding bands, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Peter, you may kiss your bride. Go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Peter Lambert.
Hi, I'm Taylor's dad, Toby. Pleasure to meet y'all. I am just really thankful and honored and grateful to be here. This is the most beautiful couple I've ever seen, honestly. Yeah. I'm just blown away. I couldn't be more proud as a father to have a daughter like Taylor and a new son like Peter. I love you guys.
I love you.
I met Taylor when she was about 2, and it's been an awesome journey watching her grow into the beautiful woman she's become. When she was young, she gave us a run for our money. Taylor's nickname was ADT, All Day Taylor. So no matter what we were doing, she was always the last one ready, holding up everybody, trying to get it out of the house. And I'm glad she's grown out of that, and she made it here on time today. And if I could bet, she was probably here early. Taylor excels at everything she does in life, from traveling the country, competing in Irish dance, making it all the way to the World Nationals, finishing college early to just start her life. She does awesome in everything she does. Peter and Taylor are always on the go, so it's hard to get them together and have a family time. But when we do get together, it's always fun, from family games at Christmas, racing go-karts in the backyard. It's always a great time. Every time Peter is around, he's the most well-mannered, polite gentleman, and I love him for that. They make a great couple. So with that being said, let's raise our glasses and toast the beautiful couple. Peter, welcome to the family. I love you guys. My glass is over
Hello, everyone. Sorry, just give me a second as I take you all back to 2015 when I started writing this speech in Taylor's high school yearbook. Sorry, the page from the yearbook is a little bit dusty. And this is what I wrote in Taylor's yearbook. I am so glad you and Pete are dating, or whatever you want to call it. I know one day you will get married, and I will be so happy. Well, that day is finally here. Back then in 2015, I didn't know I would be here standing today as your maid of honor. But my high school self was right, and I did in fact know that you two would be here today celebrating your love. It is truly an honor that I get to stand here today and that I have been able to witness your love story unfold. Well, many of you today know who I am because Taylor and I have always been inseparable. When I think about Taylor and I's friendship over the past 9 years and why we are best friends, well, Taylor was meant to be the sister I never had. Taylor and I were lucky enough to become roommates at my parents' house and living in the same room for 4 years. Not to mention, we didn't argue. We also survived 2 years of college together, working from home at the same time, all while during a pandemic. Something about Taylor and I's friendship is we rarely go a day without talking to each other. Whether we call each other to confirm what we're wearing looks good, or for a night out, or because we haven't talked in more than a few hours. I know no matter what, she will always be a phone call away. Looking back at the memories we have had together over the years, I struggled to find just one story or memory that would describe Taylor and I's friendship. How do I explain to 180 people what it's like to have not only a best friend, but a sister like Taylor? From our high school days, sitting in the parking lot, eating Little Caesars pizza on a Friday night, can't forget the Polar Pops, to our college nights, ordering 99-cent McDonald's sweet teas after spending the weekend in Huntington Beach visiting Tori, to being asked if we're sisters by every person we talked to, and I'm sure some of you here asked us if we're sisters. And lastly, when Taylor would race me around in a wheelchair as we shopped together. Tay, our friendship is one of the most cherished things, and I cannot imagine not having you as my sister and my best friend. You have been there for me through the hardest times of my life, and I could never thank you enough. I am so lucky to have you as a best friend that is so caring, resilient, and inspiring. Okay, stop crying. Every decision, big or small, that I have made, I have always looked to you for advice. We have always had each other to lean on for support, whether a shoulder to cry on or giving the tough look talks we needed to hear but didn't want to hear. Sorry, there's a lot, okay? I've known them for a while. Tay, you have the biggest heart for those you love, and I don't know how I was lucky enough to be number one on your roster today. Until today, sorry, Pete. Well, that brings us to Peter. As many of you may know, Peter and I share the same birthday, were born at the same hospital, and played t-ball together where Peter's mom and my dad coached together. Over the years, I had the chance to know Peter, and when Taylor came around, I knew their love for one another was going to be something special. Through several years of Taylor traveling to many different states and cities to visit Peter for baseball, a few days turned into a week, and at one point, Taylor said she was moving out to be with her human. Well, in that moment, I realized home is where the heart is, and Peter is her home and always has been. Pete, thank you for loving my best friend from the very beginning. The way you support her and love her is truly something special. I remember the day you texted me, "How do I get a ring?" Well, a few thoughts went through my head. The first was to let you know I already had a plan and an idea. The second thought was, great, now I have to keep this secret from Taylor when we never keep anything from each other. And the last thought was, shit, how am I going to write my speech for the wedding when Taylor helped me write every paper in college? I love you both so much, and I know you will have the happiest of futures together. So if you can all join me in raising your glasses to wish the best couple and my best friends a happily ever after. To Mr. and Mrs. Lambert.
We want to start by thanking everyone for being here. This is truly a special day for all of us. Unfortunately, the two of us are obligated to get up here and talk to you all. So for better or worse, that's what you're going to get.
In life, it's super rare to find two people with the same interests,
Aspirations,
fortitude,
goals,
resolve,
ethics.
commitment.
We can go all night.
Well, I want you guys to imagine how hard it would be to find 3 people with all of those things. Scott, Peter, and I managed to do just that.
On a more serious note, for those of you who don't know, I'm Scott, Peter's eldest brother.
Elderly. And I'm Jimmy, Peter's middle brother.
We have a lifetime worth of words to say, and we're going to share a select few for you all tonight.
Over the last few months, I've thought a lot about this moment. I've reached out to a few people. I've done a bit of research to figure out exactly the right words to say. The advice was simple. Speak from the heart, so that's what I'll do. Peter and I have a unique and special relationship. We live very similar lives. From a very young age, I have vivid memories of doing everything with this guy. Whether that was kicking his ass on the ping pong table, smoking him on a post route in street football. He knows it too, look at him. Or beating his ass in the boxing ring that was our room, orchestrated by Scott. You get the picture. We did everything together. At all times, we were each other's biggest enemies and best friends. At the time, we may not have known it, but these were moments we would never forget, and truly, some of the best times of our lives. I can't imagine growing up any other way. As I reflected on those times, I realized in many ways, our relationship now is the exact same as it was then. We talk daily, we still copy each other, and the competition has never ceased. As a matter of fact, if anything, it has gotten fiercer. But it has not and will not ever cross the line. At times, I root for you harder than I root for myself. And watching you grow up, especially the past 8 years, has been an absolute pleasure. Having someone to lean on through the ups and the downs of what we do, and someone who truly understands, has been something I've cherished. You're as level-headed and trustworthy a person I've ever met. Dad always told us, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You have always listened more than you speak, and I truly admire that about you. All of these characteristics you possess will surely help carry you through your marriage. I'd like to think that I've been a mentor to you in some ways, but what you may not know is how much I have looked up to you over the years. You've shown me what is possible, both in our careers and in life. Maybe what I've admired most about you is through the ups and the downs, the injuries and the successes, you've stayed the exact same person. That is a true testament to your character and something I look up to. Taylor, you've been a constant through all those years and deserve an immense amount of credit. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our parents in all of this and the part they played on our lives growing up. Anyone who knows Jim Lambert knows there's no messing around. The man's all business. Peter's a direct representation of the values they passed down. Peter, it's an honor to be standing up here as one of your best men. You're my best friend, and I would not be who I am today if it weren't for you. And I feel incredibly blessed to be your brother. Our relationship is something I've cherished, and I always will. Taylor, the stability you've added to Peter's life over the last 10 years, yeah, it's been 10, has without question been a staple to his success. You have fit right in, and I have no question that will never change. We are so happy to welcome you to our family. This goes without saying, but I need both of you to know I am forever an ally to you guys. And I'm truly honored to be one of the best men in your wedding. Thank you guys for making me a small part in your big day.
My turn now. You know, life is funny. During our childhood years, I didn't realize what we had. Most of the time, we were at each other's throats. From arguing balls and strikes during street wiffle ball to fighting over which seat we would take in Mom's car, we were constantly going after one another. The number of times Dad made us sit in the hallway and stare at each other as punishment is countless. I was unaware of the friendship we would eventually mold, unaware of the influence you would have on my life's trajectory, unaware of the pride I would have in calling you my brother. As we have gotten older, even though the lives we live have separated us by both distance and time, our relationship has only strengthened. Now, you embark on another journey, and similar to what you have already done, it will be rife with both success and failure. But I have no concerns. Your character is steadfast, your commitment unwavering, and your wife, Taylor, will be there to keep your ass in check. Taylor, you have been a central component to my brother's life for some time, and over the years I have come to know you well. You are all of the things he is not. Beautiful, gentle, patient. Your support for him through it all has been resolute, and the sacrifices you have made have not been unnoticed. At times, putting your own life on hold. Truly selfless. He needs you, maybe more than you need him. Thank you for standing by his side. You are a Lambert now, and that means a few things. Mainly, that you have to become an irritated and stubborn son of a bitch. I'm half-heartedly joking about that part. Oh my God. And so, all right. And so, in closing, let's raise our glasses. To Taylor, welcome to our family. And to both of you, I'm here for you. I love you. We love you. Cheers.
Cheers.
On behalf of my wife and I, we'd just like to thank you all so much for showing up for our special day. You all hold a near and dear spot in our hearts, and you all have played a significant role in our relationship and our lives. And this day wouldn't be possible without you. So, cheers to that.
Now let's get this fucking party started.